Hey everyone, good evening, good evening, good evening. I am here tonight talking about just a little bit of a few things. Um, I wanted to be able to share with you guys that I talk a lot about different things that are impacting your kids. And I know that you as a parent may or may not be struggling through this new dynamic, right? And we already know that there are certain things that are not going to change within the next 1 to 3, possibly even 6 or 12 months. So, what do we do? What resources do we have to take our kids to a place that gives them opportunity beyond now? Because I personally deal with K through 12, I know that some of you parents are dealing with young ones, dealing with older ones, dealing with both sets, all over the place. However, what I'm gonna say impacts all children, but it impacts them in different ways. The same way we look at creating extracurricular activities for our kids where we're expecting them to be out running, jumping, doing all kinds of things. We want them to have art classes and music lessons and karate lessons and all of those things. It's really, really important for us to incorporate a different modality of education delivery. Because when our kids are in a traditional school environment, you're seeing what the results are. If you have any child that is currently participating in distance learning, you are seeing the results. You're getting a very clear and consistent view of what's happening when they leave your home and they're in the doors of the school structure and system. Yet we have traditionally still seen certain consistencies in how that education delivery plays out once our children leave from grade school to middle school, from middle school to high school, and then the big jump transition from high school into college or out into the actual workforce. One of the things that I think is really, really important is that we focus definitely on the earlier years so that we're setting up our kids for successful understanding of where they want to be along these courses of throughout these different phases of their engagement in the educational environment. However, it's still important for us to connect with the spirit of our children, to connect with what breathes life into them. I think that we often just think education is education. They need to learn how to do their ABCs. They need to learn how to do advanced level math. They need to learn all these things that the system says that they need to learn. And I'm not anti-system. Obviously, the educational system is important, but the educational system has its limits. And those limits impact our children long term as to where they go and how they navigate their lives. And if we could do just some few tweaks to how we engage our children in the learning process, it will literally shift how they engage not only with the traditional school environment, but how they deal with themselves and their ideas of how they want to live out their lives once they're gone. Sometimes we often ask little kids, smaller kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? Which for me, I don't think we should be asking them that. We do because they don't know. They're babies, they don't know. But we could be asking them what makes them happy, what makes them excited about learning? What are the things that they really, really like doing? Some kids love reading more than other kids. Some kids love experimentation and working with, potions and creating chemical reactions. And why do we think that slime has been like this huge thing for kids? Because for them, it's like, okay, I take glue, I take contact solution, and I take baking soda, and all of a sudden I have something, these three completely separate, different textures, everything about it. And we put these all together, and all of a sudden I create this amazing chemical reaction. And forget it if I start adding in all kinds of things, it draws them in and it gets them really connected with science. And I think you all know I'm passionate about science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, completely passionate about it. But I'm also passionate about it because I know what's coming. I know what the job market is going to look like in 3 to 5 and 10 years down the road. And I know it's important for us as parents to take a step back, remove our children from the rat race and assembly line and say, okay, we know that you have to do these things in order to reach these milestones to get to the next levels, but I want to take you a step back and say, okay, yes, we have to do those things, but what can I do to excite you about your potential? What can I do to excite you about the future? Can I is Do you think you might want to start your own business making slime and selling it, or making earrings, doing your artwork, coding your own app? Are these things that make you happy or make you excited? I know the little ones, they get so excited about everything, but sometimes when we get our teenagers, they get a little bit jaded towards things. How can we do a better job of connecting with our children so that we truly understand what their passions are and what ignites the fire in their soul? I'm just on here tonight because I just wanted to share those things with you, because it's really, really important that we connect with our children during this time, especially because we have them home. We have the opportunity to be with them. They aren't spending as much time out with friends or socializing. So it's really a good time for us to connect with our children and find out what makes them tick. And in doing so, we will be able to help them just map out the course of their lives and their future in such a way that it is meaningful. Potentially, they will not waste tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars going down a career path that is not for them, and or is not even going to suit them, for their future. And we can really, really have a generation of young people that are super passionate about what they're doing and literally transforming themselves and the world around them. So that's it for today. I look forward to connecting tomorrow. I appreciate you. I look forward to connecting with you and really helping us connect with our children in a way that is so tremendous that we see a literal shift in this world. So thank you once again for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.